everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, I'm keeping it pretty just low-key simple. I'm going to be reviewing Spy Family. I'm gonna go through volumes 1 through 7. I have watched the show. I have watched the anime. So I'm in the anime, I believe they're a lot further than this because we're about to get to the cruise line arc. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but that's kind of where I'm at in the manga. I mean, in the anime and in the manga. I just haven't read volume 8 yet, posting this video. So what is this about? Spy Family is about it starts out as a spy. He gets an assignment where he has to pretty much create a family in like 2 seconds. So he picks up a child. He finds this pretty much random woman and is like, hey, I need to get married, and can we get married so I can do like it's like a marriage of convenience. As far as he knows, like, these are all normal people. Like, Anya is just like kind of a spaz, not very smart or intelligent, and then Yor is just this random woman that he picked up that's like okay that they have a marriage of convenience. She's a little bit older. She's worried about the government kind of thinking she's suspicious because she's still unwed. And this is the time during the Cold War. So you're talking about probably the 70s, 80s. They are in like more of a, I would say like a fantasy Britain area. And then they keep on saying the East. My Cold War knowledge is not that great, but that's kind of where we are at setting it up. Well, Lloyd's a spy, Anya is a telepath, and Yor is an assassin. And only Anya knows that these people's secrets. So this is very much more like if you're expecting like a spy like thriller, like a Psychopath or even like a Death Note, that's not what this is. This is very slice of life, day to day, like shenanigans. Like the drama so far in this has not been that deep. I am going to warn you right now because I was not warned that there is like an animal bomber situation in one of these. I think it's the 4th one. So, and then this is the dog they pick up, which is Bond, and he's so cute. And he can see the future. He's good boy. Protects Anya like really well when they meet up. But just to be aware, like there is stuff like that in here. That's as graphic as this really gets, and to me it's not too bad. Like nothing happens to any of the dogs or anything. So there's that in there. I just like to give a warning. But it's a pretty calm, chill series. The reason why he needed to create this family is because he needs to have a child get these things called Stella Stars so he can go to this grand kind of dinner to meet with the lead of the lead with the East, which is the government that's trying to take over this area that can cause the Cold War. We're trying to avoid war. So he gets Anya for that. He has to find a bride because you can't just be a single dad with a child to get in here. So he has to do that. And it's so sweet. As far as what I have read and watched from the point I'm at, um, I know in the later ones you do get a little bit darker. So I think, like, probably by the time we get to kind of closer to the point of this series, which I'm not sure how long this is actually going to be. I think it's 12 volumes right now. So there is a chance that this could go darker. As somebody that's, watches enough dark stuff and anime and reads just, Game of Thrones and all that stuff, I'm hoping this stays as pure as it is. We're getting to the point where I feel like war is getting closer. I think we're getting closer to the point of, like, we need to get stuff done. So it could possibly be shorter than like I'm hoping it's not 70 volumes. Like, I don't think we're like signing up for that. Which is how long Naruto is. But it's a very like nice like palate cleanser is what I would call it, because it's not like, it knows what it is. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, the mini missions are really cute. I watched it, so when I read it, I kind of skipped those because they're cute. But what I've noticed with this, because it's slow pacing, is that it would be better to probably watch the anime, because it just moves a lot faster. These they feel so slow. Like reading them, it feels so slow. And I'm Lloyd is obviously like very, very handsome. I don't think I have a good he's right here with the weird face. But the character that really got me into this series is Yor. I love that she's trying so hard in a world that she really doesn't belong in. Like, she's trying to be this housewife, and she can't cook. She's trying to take care of Anya as the best that she can, but she fails like a lot, and like really all she can really be is an assassin. It's her story is sad, because it's the fact that she got into it because she was taking care of her brother. Like, her parents, I don't know if they disappeared or died, I can't remember, but she got into it to make sure that she had money to make sure her brother was taken care of. And warnings if you do not like a disturbing brother and sister relationship. This man is creepy. You would think that this man wanted to marry his sister, which obviously, maybe he does. Like, I'm not saying anything about that, but like, he's just too close to his sister to like have that kind of ick thing. Like, I've seen a couple other series that just do the brother and sister, like, okay, you're my sister, I'm gonna protect you, but where this is too weird for me sometimes. But he's not in the story like constantly. So if that's something that you also don't really like, don't worry, it's not like the full story. Like, it's mostly your Lloyd and Anya and what they get to on a daily basis. And then some of, like, so you'll get some chapters where it's just Anya in school. You'll get like family trips. Like, the next arc that I'm heading to in volume 8 is the cruise line, where they take a cruise. Um so there's stuff like that that's, really really good in this. It is a slower pace. Like, don't expect action packed. There is a couple, like, by the time you get to the cruise line, like, I'm like, okay, we're finally, like, we're gonna get a storyline. Like, I thought they were going to do, like, kind of a crossover between, like, where you're finally gonna, like, get a crossover between what Lloyd does and what Yor does and get some type of clarification for that. We don't really get that. So, I'm not, the reason why I don't buy these, because if you've noticed, these are libraries, is because, and Katie Colson kind of mentioned this too, because she actually collects the series like volume by volume. I think a lot of people do. I just don't have the room for manga. It's either books or manga, and books won out. But I have one shelf over there that is dedicated to my manga comic books, and I'm trying to get through it so I can get some more. So maybe I can get some more room. So maybe I can get some more manga this year. But if I can read a manga without buying it, I try not to. It is like these volumes for like nothing is really like I think it's like $18. No, $12.99. So it's a lot of money, and I don't know where it's going. Like, it doesn't seem like we're at an endpoint anytime soon. It's not like some of my other series, like Naruto, like, I know is done. Bleach, I know is done. Like, I wouldn't mind collecting some of those. It's side tangent, like my manga collecting. But like this, like, I don't know when it's gonna end. Um, I have some predictions. That I kind of wanted to throw in this video. Is I'm thinking eventually, which is not gonna. This is not gonna have spoilers too much. Um, I feel like they have to find out about each other eventually. That has to be some type of conflict that they do face eventually. Um, if it's one of the parents finding out about Anya, if it's the parents finding out about each other, if it's like all three of them finding out. Obviously, I don't know if we really care about the dog that sees the future. I think that's completely fine. Like, I don't think that's gonna have too much drama. Um, Actually, I think Light's told that. When they get Bond, that he was experimented on. But and seeing what that conflict is now, and this is when it can go from really cozy to really dark, because it depends on how they take the storyline. And this is what I'm like a little bit afraid of with this series, is if they do change what type of series it is. To me, having it a little bit too cozy is kind of a detriment to the series, because if you go completely dark, you're changing the whole mood. And I just don't think it's going to survive that. Now, it could be a case where they find out, okay, Anya's a telepath, Yor is an assassin, and he's a spy, and everybody could just work together. Or it could separate this family. I don't think like anybody. I think Yor is really into Lloyd. I think that's what you kind of are starting to get, especially like there's a section in, I can't remember which volume, where she's drunk and she kind of confesses her feelings for Lloyd. So they're starting to get to where, like, okay, so we know that Yor has feelings for Lloyd. How does Lloyd feel? And I think Lloyd's starting to fall for her in ways that he hasn't fallen for any other woman, because we start this series, he's breaking up with somebody because they were part of a mission. So it's like the big, huge question, like, is this mission going to change his mind about Spy? spy stuff? Is he gonna quit, or is he just gonna have, your help him out? Something like that type of storyline, or is it just gonna be maybe Yor takes Anya and then Lloyd's by himself again? I actually think there's sections of this that tells me that Lloyd actually does care about this little family. Like, I don't think he would put up with Anya's antics if he did not like her, And I don't feel like it's just for the mission. They're leading towards, he gets a heart at the end of it. Is what I'm thinking is going to happen. But there's no way to say. And there's no way, like, we haven't even touched the surface of the main plot, which is trying to avoid this Cold War that's going to happen. Now, if it's real life Cold War, like, I get, like, this fear that, because you're looking at the end of World War II, the rise of communism and stuff like that, and that's kind of what the government situation is feeling like in this story, but it's not like it's not dark, like, so don't go into this series thinking like you're gonna get like major, death or darkness. Like, it's not like that, but there is a very underlining tone to it, and I think you get a lot of that with Yor and kind of the dialogue between her friends. I don't really like her coworkers, but it brings up this good point that I think the author does really well, that Yor's not like all the other girls, to bring up that trope from like the early 2000s. And I don't think she's ever really going to be. I don't think that's where her talents lie. I mean, she does it, like, and I think she does it well, but it's like, that's not where she's at in life. So that's just the thing with her. I love Yor. I do love Anya. She's probably, like, I don't usually like kids in stories because it's kids in stories and they usually are driving me crazy. But Anya is such a sweetheart. Like, she wants to save the world, like, Lloyd and Yor do in her own way. And I think she does, and she loves her little family that she's part of. Like, it's really super sweet. And it could be interesting what they do with her and Damien's relationship. Like, I don't know how far they're gonna go with that, just because they are so young. Like, these are like elementary school kids. Even though the school that they go to reminds me of a really serious high school college, but like, these are like 6-year-olds. And they should be acting like 6-year-olds, but Anya does, but the rest of them are just like little adults, and it's still kind of cute, but yeah, that's pretty much what's going on there for that. Yeah, but I really love the series. I would give it like a 4.5. Like, and a lot of that's to do with like how slow it is. I would watch the anime if you want to catch up with the manga, like I am. I mean, start with the anime, get to like the chapter that you need to. I don't know when it comes back, but that's what I would suggest. Okay. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and I will be back real soon here. Bye.